Hello, my name is Billy Hendricks, and I will be giving an analysis of The Waiter, a short film by Martush Matura. When we think of a waiter, what comes to mind? For myself, I've always looked at a waiter who is someone being overworked and underpaid. I personally couldn't juggle plates to fulfill orders and multitask and entertain different booths to acquire a tip, but a skilled waitress can. Waitresses serve one main purpose for the restaurant, and that's to serve the consumer what they want. In the opening scene, we hear robotic sounds. Immediately, we can relate the sounds to the characteristics of a waiter, because, like a waiter, machines serve one purpose. They're designed for a single focus, but often can fulfill multiple tasks related to their job, much like a modern printer can scan, copy, and fax. In the scene, the robot places a name tag on their chest that reads, "Hello, my name is 101505." It's evident, obviously, that the name isn't a date format, which would seem specific to that robot. Much like a person is assigned a name, we all have a birth date, the day we were brought into this earth. Alright. As the robot turns and walks away, we can notice that it has a limp. Maybe it's from age, maybe it was created with a defect, or maybe something about this robot's life is slowing it down. As he limps down this hallway, you can see rows of uniform lockers. All are the same and perhaps represents an idea that we are all made to follow the same path, as there are no exits or other paths apparent in the locker room. Scene, the waiter robot as it is represented sits at the end of a conveyor belt ready to serve as it is given. The conveyor belt assembles a burger much like an assembly line would do in a fast food joint, piece by piece and layer by layer. An assembly line was created by a man named Henry Ford with the sole purpose to mass produce. From this we can concur the relationships of mass production and fast food. As the waiter limps out carrying the burger, fries, and soft drink, it all starts to piece together. All of these mass-produced products have become the norm with ease of access. Ease of access to highly fattening, unhealthy foods. As the waiter recognizes the target consumer, you can hear a heartbeat, something specific to a living being. But not only is it just a heartbeat, you can tell that it is elevated, like that of high blood pressure, a condition linked to excessive fatty foods. The waiter shows signs of resistance as if they know what they're doing is toxic and they don't want to assume responsibility for the effects. As the waiter goes through another day fulfilling the routine tasks of the job, something happens. A spark ignites, stopping the one thing that allowed the waiter to go about their life, conducting all the things it was programmed to do. As we're about to see, the last scene kind of sums it all up. Right here we can see, as the camera rises from the robot's corpse, it reveals a name tag that reads Joe. Joe is a man, a human metaphorized by a robot, to link how the human race mass produces things into their lives and labels them as a norm. To me, the film is showing that we as a human race will create and serve toxic normalities, knowing that they will ultimately destroy us, and in the end, we're okay with that.